Hey guys, today we are discussing palettes that I almost bought, but for one reason or another I didn't. We're going to discuss why I did it in the video. And hi, my name's Jenna. I'm an eyeshadow addict. If you love eyeshadow, please be sure to subscribe before you leave. And also, if you're a content creator and you would like to recreate this video, then please do. I would love to have you tag me in them so I can check them out. Now let's get started. All right, I'm going to scoot over because I'm going to put in a video as I talk about the palette. The first palette that I'm going to talk about, please forgive me. I mean, first of all, I just want to say how much I love this color story. I mean, this one is so close to being in my collection, but I'm going to talk about it like a jilted lover, and I'm going to tell you why right now. The first picture that I saw of this, you know how those brands, they love to tease us. It is actually not a picture of the palette. So they put up this picture and it was of the flower, and it's Adept's Flying Fiddle palette. I was so excited when I saw the flower because I thought this palette has to have at least 2 to 3 beautiful yellow shimmers in it, not gold, yellow. I'm going to show you why. Adept is actually the one that got me to fall in love with yellow shimmers. This is the La Cienega palette. Manhattan Beach here. I mean, look at that pan. I know it doesn't look yellow so much in here. Let me swatch it for you. I swatch this all the time. It's so beautiful. It's just like this. It's not gold. It's just yellow. It's got some pink and some blue running through it. But this is pretty much what I was hoping for when I saw the picture of the flower. As for mattes, I was hoping there'd be like a light baby blue, maybe a cobalt matte in there, a yellow, like a pale yellow, light yellow matte. All the other mattes in there I actually really do like. I think they go in there. I think there's a couple of mattes that are a little too similar in my opinion. So when I saw the picture of the palette inside, I was just disappointed. I was just hoping for more yellow shimmers, a couple of different mattes in there, and I mean the palette is still gorgeous. It just throws me off a little bit. Also, the cover, are these not roses? I mean, this is the whole thing just kind of throws me off because it's called Flying Fiddle. Yet, like, I believe those are roses on the cover, and if you think those are roses, the inside makes more sense because then it kind of looks like more of a rose type color story. But that's why I just can't get over it. I love the color story. I think it's beautiful, but for some reason I just can't let it go. I just can't do it. The next palette that I almost bought was from Blend Bunny, and that is the Blend Bunny and Ellis Atlantis collab. The only reason I did not pick this up is because weeks, and I mean 2 to 3 weeks prior, I just picked up the Blends palette. And even though the other palette has like such more, it just has more of a selection, I just felt like it's just too close. And I haven't even had a chance to really use this yet. I think I've used like one brown for a transition and that's it. I haven't even had a chance to use it yet. So if I had not purchased this, I would have definitely purchased that one. The next palette, I was very, very excited about this palette when I saw them starting to release teases. And that was Melt's 420 release, and it was Smoke Sessions 2. I was so excited when I saw that it was coming out, and then they showed the picture of the color story, and I just lost interest. It was just all purple. It was just too shimmer heavy. There's just not enough mattes in there. When I buy Melt for the mattes, not the shimmers. So it was too shimmer heavy. It was all purple. I know they had this like neon yellow eyeliner. Had they put a matte yellow neon in there, I would have bought it in a second. But the next palette I came so close to buying is a brand that I have not tried yet. I'm so excited to try them one of these days. And that's Glaminatrix, and it was the Pretty in Pastels palette. This is beautiful. I mean, especially that yellow to burnt orange color story in there. Oh my goodness, it's just calling to me. But I have bought so many pastel palettes that I haven't even had a chance to use them all, so I couldn't justify the purchase, and that's why I passed on it. The next palette that I almost purchased is the Adept and Amy Loves palette. When I first saw this palette, the word stunning just popped into my head. I mean, it's gorgeous. She even has a shade in there called Stunning. So even she knows it's stunning. It's beautiful. I was so ready to purchase this, but every video that I watched, every eye look that I saw, it just pretty much almost looked almost the same. And it just had a lot of blues and purples in there. And I don't know why. I'm very attracted to cool tone color stories, but then I don't use them. I don't know why. I just don't like the way they come off on me for some reason. So that's why I was just a bit hesitant. It doesn't mean I won't pick it up because there's a couple of shimmers in there that are calling to me. Maybe get a little extra change, and Adept has a sale. I might be picking up a couple of palettes from them. And the last palette is a recent palette. It is the Gold palette from Natasha Denona. Funny thing about me is I love colors, and then I don't know why, but I just love beige and brown. It's just like, it's like black or white for me, I guess. But Natasha Denona is another brand that I just prefer the mattes over the shimmers. And this palette, there's just too many shimmers in there. It's just not this palette actually. And that's one of the kind of things that I pushes me away from Natasha Denona is the shimmers. I feel like these shimmers are in almost every palette. It's almost like how everybody keeps saying that Pat McGrath keeps putting out like these pink rose color stories. I feel like Natasha Denona just keeps shoving the same shimmers at us. And I know they could do better. One of the palettes I actually regret not getting was it called Trichrome? That purple palette. It was like the purple and chartreuse yellow, I believe it was. I'll put a picture up. I regret not getting that palette. So I know they can do shimmers, but they just keep throwing these same shimmers at me. I'm tired of them. I got them in the two palettes that I have. So that's all the palettes I have for now, and the reasons I passed on these gorgeous palettes. And they are all so gorgeous. Are there any palettes out there that you guys have passed on? I'm curious. What were the reasons that you were just like, no, not this time, not yet? But I hope you guys enjoyed this, and if you did, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.